Happy Thursday. Imagine this. Imagine 5,000 people a day that are calling 911 and the phone just keeps ringing and ringing. These folks don't get named. Wouldn't it be gross? That's exactly what's happening with our veterans and service members right now. And this is not even including their families. So imagine the real big numbers. Almost 5,000 veterans a day, and I'm mostly pointing to veterans on this one, and maybe some part-time service members or about to be retirees and stuff. You guys are out there Google searching for a VA calculator, and that tells me four things instantly. You're lost, alone, you don't know what your next steps are, and you don't know who to turn to. Thankfully, I don't give problems here. Without solutions, so I'm going to give you solutions today. And I did a longer video. I just did a live video on Rumble, which, by the way, since I mentioned that, I'm on lives every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Rumble, where I can say things I can't say here, 11 a.m. Eastern here, YouTube. And I'm going to brief you on some website stuff. I'm always updating, always upgrading. I got more solutions for you guys that you may not have known about. And so I'm always going to give you solutions, guys. The good news is control. You have control. So go back. I always have to go back to my good and evil line here. But evil, so good and evil. Evil doesn't make anything, so it has to take. Who does evil take from? Good people who don't know better or do better. So that's why I'm briefing this, because the number one line that you guys say to me is, you don't know what you don't know. And that's a fair statement. Number two, you say that, Albert, I wish I would have known you sooner. Thirdly, you say that you wish you would have done something sooner. And then I have to tell you, well, don't beat yourself up, because you didn't. Let's go back to number one. You didn't know any better. So I'm going to talk about some marketing stuff. Marketers would call this the sales funnel. In order for you to get into the sales funnel, you have to know something. So now I'm going to teach you on some things and get you above the funnel, because above that funnel is helping you guys out at your own pace. Because there's three types of personalities. There's, I call them airborne personalities. Some people want to jump early. Some people want to jump in the middle. Others want to wait until everybody else is out of the aircraft before they jump. I know that. I need you to know that about yourself and others, because here's why. At least 5,000 of you are out there every day looking for me, okay? And that's why when you guys finally find out about me, you're like, holy shit, Albert, you're everywhere. Well, I'm everywhere because you guys are everywhere. And let me say a couple of things about my book real quick so I can lay some other groundwork that's important for today's conversation. So my book is coming out this month, which, by the way, is already on Amazon, went pre-sale last year, number one on pre-sale last year. It's currently still in the pre-sale. So when you go up there and you click on the $10 for it, it's going to say it's going to be under pre-sale. But the book is coming. Okay. So it's going to be very similar to this. Trevor, my book publisher, my book is now over there with the editor for final edits. Then it comes back to me, then Trevor, if I need it to get any other fine tooth comb stuff done or whatever, beautification and all that kind of stuff before it goes out on the shelves. But it will be out there on Amazon. You can purchase it, pre-purchase it now, $10. $10 gets you 5 Fs. I hope you're seeing what I'm pointing at here. My book is the first 5 Fs to give. So we're going to talk about that today, amongst other things. All these different solutions for you guys to make sure your fulfillment journey begins now and then is at your pace to the degree that you need it. I have to talk about this real quick, because out of the first 5 Fs, the first 3 of the 5 I'll talk about today, those are F words like faith, finances. I'm sorry, I jumped ahead of myself. Faith. Then it goes into your foxhole, making sure your fire team is right at the right time. So having the right friends and the right family at the right time for the right fire team at that time. Third one is finances. Let me go back to faith. Faith. Everything is through Him. Every day I wake up and say a very simple prayer. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for yesterday. Thank you for today. Help me help others. Give me the strength to handle it. I'm here to bring joy to others, and it's all through Him. I am on a mission through Him. That's how this is, how I'm able to stay upright, okay? So everything is through Him. I'm going to give you a couple of opportunities here to help. Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. Faith also. I have to remember things. Sometimes my brain moves faster than my mouth does. So pardon me, I'm going to play catch up here. Our Heavenly Father says that you've earned abundance. But he didn't say easily. He didn't say sit on your butt and do nothing. So my point is, you now get to, as of today, take control of your life and say, no more. No more evil taking my money and taking my fulfillment. No more. As of today, let's move forwards. That's all we can do. We can't make up ground for 10 years ago, but we can take today and move forwards. So that's also why my book is for 18-year-olds going into the service all the way up to 80 and beyond, I'm sure. But it's for you guys to be able to start where you are now and move forwards with your life, with your fulfillment. So I'm going to talk through a couple other things on my website. So I just added some other stuff. I'm always updating and upgrading my website. So I added some other lines, and even in the description below, I added some more lines just to help you guys understand some things that I know that I want you to know. As you scroll down to the blue part where you're seeing some ninjas all in black, you'll see it says tell yourself and your buddies, here are their first steps. And these are all woven in together for a purpose. My book also takes you to my website. My website takes you to my book. Both of them also take you to the, I want you to join the 5Fs Nation. We've got 2 currently. One's on Facebook, one's on LinkedIn. And as you're on my website, you can get to those by scrolling all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see the little icons for Facebook and LinkedIn. Click on those, and we'd love to have them on board. Good news about the 5Fs Nation is, like my book publisher Trevor says, there's one-to-one and one-to-many. Well, I can't personally be everywhere for everybody. That's why I have things like my website. That's why I have things that are out there informing you when I'm helping somebody else do something else, or focusing on my family or my faith. I have to have me time too. But in the meantime, you guys can get my book. You can go to the Nation. And when you guys are the Nation, the point for having that is because a lot of you guys have said the problem out there is there's too much white noise and there's not enough good, solid information. And there's too many weirdo robots that will get in there and then start just creating all kinds of drama and stuff. So I've also created a solution for that. So on my 2 nations, 5Fs Nations, this is for both clients, non-clients, force multipliers, partners, all are welcome, family members, that kind of stuff. Ask tough questions, get tough answers. That's totally fine. Happy to help out with that. My rule number 1 in there is help bring joy to others. So if you're a jerk, you get removed instantly. I am not here for drama and trauma. There's plenty of other internet out there for you to go play with. Not on my watch. Okay, so that's my rule through our Heavenly Father. Be nice. Bring joy to others. Ask tough questions, get tough answers. Now, what I'd like to have in there, and I just brought this up to my force multipliers today. A couple of people out there, Lisa and Rob, a couple others that know who they are. They're going to be more the people that are interactive in there, because if it's a question that they can't answer, my staff and I can help out with that. My point in having the nation groups are so that you guys can volley back and forth and get to know each other. That's one of the greatest things is you guys getting to know each other. The only hurry we're ever in, guys, is for you guys to pay yourself first. So on my website, that's what it talks about. Scroll down until you find you see a little dancing video thing with me on it that says pay yourself first. And it's me walking you through how to get your back pay clock started. Everything else is at your own personality and own pace to a degree, because time is one thing you can't get back. So for anybody becoming a client of mine or anybody wanting to know more about what they've earned and how to get it, this is where I know some people are go-getters and they want things to happen yesterday, which is not how the government works. But also the way the government doesn't work this way. I call it drama and trauma. VA or property taxes or home loan stuff. They don't care about drama and trauma. Hey, I fell and I am really hurt and I don't have a leg. Okay, that's healthcare. I mean, the hospital's that way. But in order to get to money, the government entities who are between you and your money, they don't care about the drama and trauma. You guys do, and I get it. There's a time to talk about that, and I call them checkpoints. So if you go into an airport, great analogy here. When you go into an airport, you know you're going to go through certain checkpoints with certain levels. And if you bring up the wrong thing at the wrong checkpoint, it's going to cause chaos for mostly you. And your plans are going to be ruined. So I almost thought of it. I thought I was at an airport recently, and there was some weird stuff going on. It was, I don't want to get into it on this video, but it was just really strange. And crazy stuff that's out there happening right now on some things. But anyway, story for another time, I'm sure. Well, since I brought that up, I got back last week from Destin. I was down there for a special operations convention where deadly humans are coming up to me, giving me hugs. Albert, love you, man. Love your stuff. Keep it going. Keep it going. I'm already registered for Soft Week in Tampa. So I'll be down in Tampa in early May. My hope and prayer and therefore outcome, real world, will be that we have helped so many veterans with my book sales to help you guys, which I'll talk more about the book stuff. By the way, I do have a client call here in about 20 minutes, so I'm not going to try to go as long as I did on my Rumble version. So if you see me cutting myself off, it's because I had a longer version. I did 36 minutes on Rumble this morning. So if you guys want to watch that one, it's pretty much the same stuff I'm going to tell you today on this one, other than it's a little bit softer hands here so that YouTube doesn't kick me off. All right, back to the show. What was I saying? So I'll be in Tampa. Oh yeah, I was wanting to sell some of these books and stuff. These books are for you guys. I'm telling you, as much as I love what I do, it pains me that yeah, unfortunately, the evil is taking a lot of your money out there. And I mean, think about it this way: there's 20 million of us that are alive right now. 20 million veterans and service members, not even including families who are owed other money. And even if that's the minimum 5,000 per person, that's $100 billion a month. That's $100 billion a month that is not going to you. Here's the worst case scenario. Widows. Are widows getting paid all their money? The quick answer is no. By the way, I don't charge widows. I charge you guys, so I don't have to charge widows. Please don't make me talk to your widow. You want to talk about one of the hardest conversations I ever have to have, it's widows. And it's painful. It is painful for everybody involved. But that goes back to my drama and trauma. The government doesn't pay based off drama and trauma. If so, widows would get a lot of money without problem, without additional hassle, aside from the obvious. All right, on my website, the only hurry we're in, guys. Again, I'm trying to get you over the sales funnel on purpose so that at your own pace, you learn more and do more. Learn more, do more. Learn more, do more. But I have to have you learn first. Number one line people say to me, Albert, I don't know what I don't know. Okay, I got answers for that. Now that I've got your attention, go to my website and it'll talk you through exactly what to do. That's also why I wrote the book that's coming out this month. And because so many of you guys say, Albert, I love your stuff, man. You're such a great strategist and you can zoom in and zoom out on stuff. Can you, for the love of God, just go, hey, here's what the F to do? Yes, I can. And I'm capable of doing that. I can't write a big giant novel. I don't want to. I want to help you guys through this. This is such a survival guide and checklist. Every page says turn the page. You can read this in 1 hour, one sitting, and go straight from here and get it done. Start getting it done. Get your fulfillment journey going. I'm a for-profit guy, so if I'm confusing you, I'm a for-profit. What that means is I get to help you guys for life. My clients start with me and stay with me, and I call it multi-generational, where you're sending me your family tree, your own personal family tree. You're also sending me your business family tree, your coworkers, your whatever your village is, your tribe, and keep sending them, because 5,000 people a day, I'm not talking to 5,000 people a day. I don't have 5,000 new clients a day. Again, Trevor's line of one-to-one and one-to-many. That's why I'm out here in front of you guys right now, because I need your help too, to help me help you, help me help them. And I'm going to keep pointing over here because that's where my website is. And yes, I've got solutions for all the problems out there. And like I say, I'm trying to make things right, not trying to make you whole. No matter what happens, you cannot be made whole. But you can take control of your day today, start moving forwards and get fulfillment for yourself and your family. So I've got some solutions for you. On my website, it tells you to go get my book, go to my website, pay yourself first, join the 5Fs Nation. If you're a techie person, please do the whole like, share, subscribe thing. That really helps out with that side of the fence. If you're not techie and stuff, just tap on people's shoulders. As you guys know, that I've got I call them my one pager, where this is my new business card with the 4,500 on there, 4,500 a day, or asking for help and getting nothing. So it's also on the back of my card, business card stuff. So, but this is the one pager. When people message me and my staff or anybody out there that says, Albert, how can I help what's the first step in sending my buddy to you? It's very simple. We all say, my staff and I say, go to Albert's website, start there. Some of you, please do not get on my calendar tomorrow. I've actually got a 24-hour gap on my calendar where you can't do that. The reason why I do that is for all of us, mostly me and you, because or mostly for you. I'm ready to help you. I know you're nervous and scared and that kind of stuff and all kinds of other emotions that we don't need to go through right this second. But I know you're going through a lot, and I don't want to add negative fuel to that fire. And I actually had a guy today who my staff and I asked him a question, but he's in a position where he doesn't have a form, if you want to call it that. He doesn't have a screenshot thing to send to us. And he got scared and, let me respect everybody and get off your Albert's calendar. No, you're not one of those guys. So you're one of the very few people who doesn't have that thing. That's fine. Stay on Albert's calendar. Let's talk. So I texted him and we're good to go. And actually, he's the dude I'm going to talk to you this morning. So among others, back to you guys. At your own time. So pay yourself first. Get your back pay clock started. Then everything else falls into your own personality type. I offer things. I've got my events calendar at the top of my page. So at your own leisure, do that. In the meantime, by the way, everybody, no matter what you're doing, start sending people my way. Now you know that the number one line is people don't know what they don't know. Number 3 line is they wish I would have done something sooner. And number 2 line is they say, Albert, I wish I would have known you sooner. So please help me help you and them. Send them to my website. Let's all get them over the funnel of, hey, you now know better. Let's start trickling down into at your pace, do the right thing, pay yourself first, get Albert's book, go to his website, get on his calendar, go to maybe other events of his, join the 5S nations, ask tough questions, get tough answers, be nice, bring joy to others, all that sort of thing. All right, let's keep going on my website here. So as we keep scrolling down on my website, then it starts going into the step 1, pay yourself first. I'm going to add a 5Fs Nation line on here too, near the very bottom or at the very bottom. Currently at the very bottom, I just made some updates too. So at the very bottom, I've got on there a follow us and join us. So again, techie people, please do that. Like, share, subscribe, YouTube, Rumble. I now changed the links at the bottom for LinkedIn goes to the 5Fs Nation that's on LinkedIn. The Facebook button takes you to the 5Fs Nation over there on Facebook. Let me tell you about some other links that are currently at the bottom. I have 5 interest forms. Please help me help you and others by doing these at the right time for yourself and other people out there. And these are called interest forms because I just want to know a little bit about you, a little bit of what you did in the service or what you're aiming for to help me help you guys right now. So in order, it goes from veteran community outreach. This is huge for me from now on. I know you guys have small groups, you got church groups, you've got coffee groups, you've got motorcycle clubs, you've got even big stuff like Salesforce has Vet Force. Get me in front of those people. Right now I'm talking at you, which is probably as comfortable for you as it is for me at this point. I like talking with you guys. So it's nice to be in the room with you guys. Veteran community outreach. There's a form on there. Super simple. Get me in front of your people. Number 1 line is they don't know what they don't know. Help me get them to know things. Please. Thank you. I'm a nice guy. All right. Podcast. I do a 2-hour-long podcast every Friday as long as I've got a guest. If I don't have a guest, I remove them a couple of days out so I can open up my calendar to help you guys one-on-one. So podcast. A lot of white noise out there, guys. There's a lot of white noise. This is what we talked about on my podcast last week with a young gentleman, that there's a lot of white noise out there. And that's what, again, I appreciate that you guys say things like that to me. Albert, when I look for things, there's just too much white noise out there. Can you help guide us? This is also another solution that I got for you. So podcast. I know you guys are out there. You're working. You're doing good things. On my podcast, we talk about what I do, what you do, what we do together to help these veterans and service members and your community, our community, America be better. So it's like they say, the republic, if we can keep it. Well, we're in charge now. We're the media now. we are in charge. We need things to not be big government. We need things to be small, community based, and that's how we do that, is by being able to shoot, move, and communicate. So that's why my podcast is there. Podcast. Love having more than one guest. It's nice. The one-to-one on the guest is cool. It's even it's compounded in a good way when there's more people on there. So bring your friends and stuff like that too. All right, where else are we? Podcast. Then we go to partnerships. So partnerships could be an individual who's super connected, maybe in church, or hey, Albert, I live in a veteran community, or live on near base, or my husband or whatever is in the service right now, and every day I'm part of the whatever. Great, be a partner. Also, partners are designed for people who are out there that own a company or a nonprofit. They've got their own little empire, and they have goods and services. So it's again a nice way to have my stuff on their stuff on my stuff, to help you guys out. And so you're going to hear a lot more about Lisa. So I'm going to talk about her here in a second. From partnerships, it goes into speaking. I've been on stage a lot speaking, and now I know more things than I've known ever. And my marketers say, Albert, we got to get you out there and get you on stage more, out in front of these folks. I agree with that. So get me out in front of folks for speaking. Last one is force multipliers. So force multipliers are people who they are 1099 contractors. They fall under my not sales, but marketing. Marketing to me means get people on my calendar so I can help them. And they do onboarding call. They help do onboarding calls because, as you guys know, 5,000 people a day, like that's impossible for me to do. But it's not impossible for us to do. Good line. It's impossible for me to do, but it's not impossible for us to do. So force multiplier 1099 contract starts out at commission based, and it can go up from there. So, all right, gang, I'm going to pivot here a little bit and go help somebody who's on my calendar. Final thoughts. You're in charge of your day. My book talks about this. I need you to, as quickly as you can, go to my website. Pay yourself first. That's always the number one. Pay yourself first. At your own pace, get into the funnel. And like it says at the top of my website, here's your first steps.